if I told you that Naruto and Attack on Titan both try to answer the same question? Can peace exist without war? But while Naruto believes in breaking the cycle of hatred, Eren chooses to break the world itself. One boy believed true peace required empathy even for monsters. The other believed freedom meant killing without hesitation, even as a child. Two ideologies, two childhoods, scarred by violence, two answers to the same question. Welcome to my channel where we uncover the philosophies behind your favorite anime. Today we are exploring the contrasting visions of war and peace in Naruto and Attack on Titan. Naruto and Eren, two of the most iconic anime protagonists, but their visions of peace, power, and freedom couldn't be more different. They both lived in worlds ruled by violence, but one chose mercy, the other chose domination. Naruto's hope, breaking the cycle of hatred. Naruto grows up hated, isolated, and abandoned, the perfect soil for revenge. Yet, instead of perpetuating hate, he becomes obsessed with breaking it. This central theme is best expressed by Nagato in one of the series' most iconic confrontations. We are just ordinary people driven to revenge in the name of justice. But if revenge is called justice, then that justice breeds yet more revenge and becomes a chain of hatred. This is Naruto's ideological trial by fire. He listens, reflects, and instead of choosing vengeance, offers understanding to the man who killed Jiraiya. Naruto even says, I have come to believe that true peace can only be achieved when people understand one another. From Hashirama versus Madara to Obito versus Kakashi, Naruto shows that redemption is possible even for those consumed by hate. In the end, Naruto's world evolves not through domination but through dialogue, empathy, and inherited will. Because to Naruto, killing is never the solution. It's an act that perpetuates hatred, never resolves it. Aoti's despair, war is the only constant. Eren's journey is the mirror opposite. He starts idealistic, a boy who wants to protect his friends and escape the walls. But slowly his belief in freedom becomes absolutist. His ideology is clear. If someone is willing to take my freedom, I won't hesitate to take theirs. In episode 5 of Final Season Part 2, when Eren activates the rumbling, we witness the full collapse of diplomacy, a decision born from the repeated betrayals of Mali, the world's apathy, and the inherited trauma of Eldia. Unlike Naruto, Eren rejects reconciliation. He stops seeing individuals and starts seeing cycles of enemies, and believes that only annihilation can end them. He becomes what the world feared, two worldviews shaped from the start. The real difference isn't in how Naruto and Eren end their stories, it's how they began them. Naruto grows up hated but still wants connection. Eren grows up caged and wants freedom. But Naruto chooses to understand the enemy. Eren chooses to destroy the system. Where Naruto looks at war and says, there must be another way, Eren looks at the same scars and says, there's only one way left. Philosophical grounding. Naruto's worldview echoes Buddhist and Gandhian philosophy, where understanding and compassion can break even the deepest suffering. Paine's famous quote reveals this contradiction. Justice breeds vengeance, and vengeance breeds more justice. Naruto doesn't just reject violence, he offers an alternative path, one rooted in shared pain and self reflection. Eren, on the other hand, channels Nietzschean will to power, where the ends justify the means no matter the cost. His is the path of revolution turned genocide, a harsh mirror to history. But there is one character in Naruto who somewhat shares the philosophy of Eren, which brings us to Itachi and Eren. Same logic, opposite targets. At their core, both Itachi and Eren believed in the same fundamental idea that killing was necessary to create peace. They saw no path to harmony that didn't involve bloodshed. But while their belief systems were aligned, their targets were opposites. Itachi sacrificing his own to preserve the world. Itachi was faced with an impossible decision. The Uchiha clan, cornered by mistrust and systematic oppression, began plotting a coup. The elders of the Hidden Leaf presented him with a choice: let the coup unfold and spark a civil war, or kill his own clan to protect the peace. He chose the latter. It's not that I couldn't kill them, I just didn't want to face them, Itachi. He butchered his family, friends, and entire bloodline not because he wanted to, but because he believed it was the only way to prevent greater catastrophe. Itachi's logic was clear: eliminate the spark before it ignites the world. His peace was built on self sacrifice and silence. Eren sacrificing the world to preserve his own. Eren stood on the other side of that mirror. Faced with a global threat to Paradis Island, he too concluded that peace was impossible without killing. But instead of turning inward like Itachi, he turned outward. If I don't do this, my friends will die, my people will be gone, Eren. So he initiated the rumbling, wiping out most of the world population. His reasoning wasn't fundamentally different from Itachi's. Kill now to secure peace later. But where Itachi sacrificed his own clan for the world, Eren sacrificed the world for his own clan. The paradox of violent peace. Both men were shaped by trauma and chose to carry unbearable burdens. Both believed that real peace requires someone to get their hands dirty, and both accepted the role of the villain in order to protect the people they loved. But the world remembers them differently because the people they chose to kill weren't the same. This is where Naruto's and Eren's worlds finally converge. Naruto rejects the idea that sacrifice is the only path, he constantly looks for alternatives. Itachi and Eren accept it, and in doing so, they become monsters in the eyes of those they love by choice. Itachi's silence mirrors Eren's burden. Both are hated by the people they die for, and both show us the tragic cost of choosing the greater good without consent. So, what do you believe? Does peace require empathy and understanding like Naruto? Or is it only possible through fear and power like Eren? Two boys, two broken worlds, and two answers to the oldest question in history. Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more anime content. See you there.